everyone, my name is Anya, and if you followed me for a while, you know I love two things. I love upcycling things, and I love doll customizing, which I guess, depending on how you do it, can be the same. And oh boy, when I made this project, when I was in like the ugly phase, there were so many times when I was worried that it would never look how I imagined it in my head. But it did, and I am very, very happy with it. So, recently I found this vintage, what I think is a music box at the thrift store. I think it's a music box, but it won't turn on anymore, so I'm not certain. And I really liked it, and the hairstyle reminded me of my OC, Isadora, and I thought, okay, why don't I repaint this to look like her? I did not realize how long this would take. This took me 12 plus hours, but it was so worth it, and it was so much fun. I'm really happy with the overall look. I removed the batteries for the actual painting process for obvious reasons, but I'm curious what this hole in the middle was supposed to be. See here, there's clearly supposed to be sound coming out, and there's supposed to be batteries. It's supposed to do something. I gotta sand it down some more once this layer is dry, but everything is painted. Oh boy, the face. Because the face alone took like 2 hours. It took an entire evening one weekend. I locked in and I just worked on the face, and I'm really happy with it. I think it turned out really well. What helped me through this was not obsessing over every little detail. And I thought, you know, the average human face is not like 100% symmetrical everywhere. We have little imperfections. So I think embracing that in the doll will help her feel more alive. Another thing that I think helped was just going a little bit at a time, where like I paint in the eyelashes and I make sure those look good. Then I painted in the eyeballs and I made sure those look. It was also really fun to do the makeup because I dusted on just little bits of pink chalk pastel on the cheeks and the shoulders. And it's the kind of thing where you might not notice it right away if you're not looking for it, but I think you'd notice if it wasn't there because she'd feel less alive, she'd feel colder. And it's harder to see on a small doll than a big styling head, But I did also add a little bit of sparkle too. I think that helped. I went through a bunch of different ideas with the repainting part because for the most part, I knew what I wanted the colors to look like, but the grass, oh boy. The grass, I knew I wanted it to be a darker color because I wanted this piece to have an ornate, moody vibe. And at the same time, I didn't want the grass to look like muddy. I didn't want it to look like so dark you couldn't see it. So I tried like 3 or 4 different shades for the grass. I even tried painting on a background color and then painting on the blades in different colors, but that looked way too busy next to the cobblestone path because I tend to draw and paint in a very cartoony art style. And if there's too many details next to each other, it can look cluttered. So I went, okay, this needs to be a solid color. That means the shade of green I pick is really important. And in the end, I went with a kind of forest green where it's dark, but it dries slightly lighter than when you paint it. So you can still see it, and I think it harmonizes really well with all the other colors. I'm not sure if I'll make her an actual princess yet. I don't have a ton of lore on her at the moment, but I knew I wanted Isadora to come from a kind of Gothic setting where there's like big, beautiful buildings and these massive old gardens and stuff with the roses and paved paths. So I knew I wanted to paint some of that onto the base of this. And what I did was I made a kind of winding path, and I knew, okay, this is going to be stone. I have to add a few layers. I thought it would be tricky, but it ended up not being so bad because I started with kind of like polka dot shapes to make sure everything was evenly distributed. And because it's cobblestone, it's irregular, they don't have to be perfect circles or any shape really. So I started with a light gray color, and then I went down from that. The light gray made the biggest cobblestones, and then as I filled in the gaps with smaller ones, I darkened the shades of gray, and I think that turned out really well. end of the day, I am so happy with how Isadora looks, and I really hope that this encourages some people to try a really big project. Thanks for watching. You can find me on Ko-fi and on Instagram as Anya Art, the same as I am here, but here it's spelled with a 1. Thank you!